Warwickshire and Sussex failed to come to an agreement about a target on the last day of their LV County Championship match at Edgbaston, so the visitors batted out the day for what was described by the Warwickshire Director of Cricket Dougie Brown as farcical. Sussex began the final day on 148 for 3 in their second innings, effectively 65 for 3, and the first job of the day for the visiting captain Ed Joyce was to ensure that Warwickshire weren't given an easy way into this match. He added 44 runs with the night watchman Will Beer, which used up the day's first 15 overs. Beer had made 11 when he went too far across his stumps to fall LBW to Ricardo Gordon, with the lead now standing at 109. The way Rory Hamilton-Brown played when he came in, it appeared that the two captains had come to an agreement, re a declaration. The former Surrey skipper struck 2 early sixes off Jitan Patel and Tom Milnes as Sussex started to get themselves well ahead of their opponents. Joyce was less fluent and he'd needed 120 deliveries to get to his 50, by which time his side led by 163 runs an hour and a half into the final morning. Those at the ground would have now been expecting some help-yourself bowling and a fascinating chase in the afternoon, but neither were forthcoming. Hamilton-Brown's 5th 4 to go with his 2 sixes saw him reach his half-century of just 59 balls. It had been an excellent and selfless knock from a man who's not been at his best this summer since returning to the south coast. This innings would have pleased him, no doubt. The problems concerning the declaration was that the pitch remained flat, and with a 49-yard boundary on one side of the ground, even miss-hits in a chase could go for 6. Mark Robinson, Sussex's cricket manager, also admitted later that by drawing this game, the race for the title is now between 3 teams and not 4, and his side have Yorkshire and Durham twice before the end of the summer. Wins in all 3 of those could still take the trophy to Hove. Joyce had spent 3 hours over his 68 when he was trapped in front by Keith Parker at 298 for 5, his side now ahead by 215 runs half an hour after lunch. That had been increased by 36 in the next 7 overs when Patel picked up his 50th championship wicket of another fine summer as Hamilton-Brown had to go LBW for a pleasing 75. Matt Machin followed in the next over as he chased a wide one from Gordon and edged behind at 27, and it was at that point that the game started to grate on some folk who were present in Birmingham. A declaration at that point would have left Warwickshire a target of 252 in 45 overs, but for the reasons already mentioned, Sussex did not think that that was right, and the match began to peter out in a less than dramatic fashion. Chris Jordan made 27 off 47 balls, before he was taken at slip off Atiq Javid after sub-keeper Peter Mackay had parried the edge. Varun Chopra now threw the ball to anyone who wanted it, and Ian Westwood was able to get his first wicket since 2009 as Steve McGoffin was LBW. The end of the match was rather like many used to finish, like back in the 3-day championship, when a few would turn to impressions as the game was going nowhere. Laurie Evans and Chopra got through half a dozen overs, while Westwood switched to seam up, but it was all rather pointless as Ben Brown and James Anyon saw out the day and the match, one which Dougie Brown was less than happy about. Sussex ended on 394 for 9 and they took 8 points to their host 9. The visitors are third in the table and trail leaders Yorkshire by 29 points with 3 games to play. Warwickshire are in 5th, but the defence of their title is surely now at an end, as they are a further 17 points behind.